gratitude is not just a powerful emotion. I mean, it is a powerful emotion, but it can also affect your biology. This is insane. Okay, get this. Gratitude can form new neural pathways that then make positive thinking easier. Okay, so this is an idea called neuroplasticity. I'm sure you're aware of it. How you think changes the actual biology of your brain. So there was a study done, for example, about taxi cab drivers in the 2000s, and they had to learn something called the knowledge, this big book of all the street names in London back in the day. Not anymore. I mean, imagine that. And anyway, there was parts of their brain involved with memory and spatial recognition actually grew in volume by the end of the time that they'd learned the book. So it's not just like mentally, but it's also like physically in your brain that can affect your thinking, can affect your biology 100%. But gratitude, okay, it releases some neurotransmitters like dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, all positive, mood booster chemicals, which then make you appreciate, life more. It can improve your mood. It's really, really good. But also, it makes it easier for them to have positive thinking, and it changes your whole outlook on life. And I've been feeling like recently I fall into this state where you just exist. And there's so many things to be ungrateful for. There's so many things in life and in the economy and in the geopolitical states at the moment on feeling like so much is going wrong. And this can create our minds to see life like this. You see life as this dull, challenging and depressing state. And yet, when you take a moment and you journal and you think genuinely about things that you're grateful for, and it can be the smallest thing, like the sun. I had a good conversation with a friend today. Work was good. There's everything. There's so much you can be grateful for. It changes everything. It really does. And I was actually talking to my mom the other day, and she told me about this idea that the brain and our thinking often can't distinguish, our brain, not our thinking, our brain often can't distinguish our thoughts and reality. And it's actually crazy because this means, when people say, oh, what you think is what your reality will become. But this is genuinely, this is true. There's been scientific evidence behind this. Search it up in your own time, where what you think, your mind doesn't know it's not real if you really are thinking about it a lot. So if I think about how life is super depressing and how, everything's going badly, work is exhausting, I'm stressful, I can't do all the stuff that I need to do, my brain then makes that a reality. And then since it becomes a reality, I'm confirming my thoughts, which makes it then harder next time to differentiate between reality and thoughts. So what you think doesn't just affect your biology, but it also affects your reality, like actually what is happening in your life. This is insane. This is insane, guys. So this is something I'm going to action over the next week. I'm going to practice, and I want you to come along with me and do it as well. 3 things you're grateful for each day. Write them down. Take a moment to think. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I finish the day and I was like, what am I grateful for? Because it's so easy to not think about this stuff. But when you train your brain, like I read earlier, when you train your brain to take this gratitude thinking, it then makes it easier for you to have positive thinking later. And therefore, with positive thinking, that becomes your reality. And if your reality is positive thinking, then that will become the behavior that you produce. So it's a cycle. So come along with me this next week, and I'll be doing some gratitude journaling. At least I'm going to attempt to. But yeah, keep me accountable, and I hope you guys can join along too, because this is really, I really believe this to be life-changing. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Be blessed.